So we lost the feed with Sue. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Sue, so we will we'll give her a chance to come back. Hey, Lynn. Hey, guys. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Linda. Okay. So I don't know what's happening with Sue, and so we can just hang out here for a while if you guys want. There were a few questions that I wanted to answer. If you had a question for me and I didn't get to it, didn't get a chance to get to it before, I'm able and willing to do so now. I do want to let you know that my offer to buy you a Sue Verhoeven mug, if you have recently ordered a bottle of Meta 7 from us, still stands. So if you have, just send me an email and I'll put you on my list. Okay. Hey, Seeker, Maureen, hi, Bonnie, Hyde. Teresa, yes, I'm back. I was there. I think Sue, she's, let's see, I don't know. She had something happen. Her internet dropped out. I lost her on Skype as well. So we'll see what happens if she comes back, and then we can go back over there if you like. I just want to continue the discussion for those that are interested. There were several questions, and I'm willing to answer them, but I want to be sure that I've got a good list of names going here, and I don't leave anybody out. Hunting. So if you have a question, go ahead and put it up there. Chrissy Moore. Yes, Chrissy Moore, you are on the list. So I'm going to get you a mug, and when it comes in, I will send that out for you. Let's see who else we have. We've got Core Smith. Definitely. And I had an order. Let's see, did I miss one? No. Okay, there's Core. And I had an order that came in earlier, and I think that's one of our friends here, and we will apply. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So Chrissy. Oh, yes, here we go. Almost forgot. That is Chrissy. I'm doing Chrissy and Christine as different people. Sorry. So I just have two. Core Smith and Chrissy Moore, which sound a lot alike in reverse almost. Okay, so let me scroll through my emails real quick and make sure there's not anybody else I want to recognize. If you think your name should be on the list and you have not emailed me to tell me that you have purchased recently, please do let me know. Okay, so we're live. All right, I'm back. Started a transition, but it's going to be slow. I'm glad you're trying to make the transition. Linda, you ordered last week. Okay, so Linda Watson. I've got 3 on the list. And Kelly C. Kelly, would you email me? Did you email me, Kelly? If you didn't, please email me. Oh, yeah, okay. Show. We got Maureen Allen. Did you order a 90-day, Maureen, or did you order the 30-day? I'm writing stuff down. Old-fashioned technology right here. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. Chrissy, I've got you. I've got Core. Kelly C., I need you to send me an email. And Linda, you're on my list here. I should have your info. I'll just have to look it up. That's not a problem. I'll take care of that. I just need to know how many I need to order. So looking like it's going to be about 6. You guys are awesome. So I appreciate you supporting our channel. I can't go over the benefits between Thynergy and Meta 7 because Thynergy is not a product of mine. I know that it is. It's being advertised on some of my channels, around some of my videos, but that is not my product. I can tell you lots about Meta 7 since I invented it. I am the creator of Meta 7, not the individual ingredients, of course, but I'm the first to combine those together. All right. Someone please send me email. Kelly, what do you want me to email you? I'll email you right now. Emailing you right now. You should get an email. Just went out to you, Kelly. Okay. Yep, I just emailed you. So if you were wanting to make sure that email works, you should find out rather quickly. Hi, Robin. So far, I've got Chrissy Moore, Cor Smith, Linda Watson, and Maureen Allen, and potentially Kelly also. You need my email. You have my email now. I just emailed you. You got it. Yes, see, we can do this, guys. We can do it. Hopefully, Sue will figure out whatever her technology issue is, and she'll either come on over here or we'll go over there or whatever. We'll get together and we'll talk. There are a few doctors who still chart on paper. Guilty as charged. I was electronic from medical school through residency, through, let's see, my first real job that I had doing urgent care and ER work, we were paper for a couple of years, but then I dictated, so that really wasn't an issue. Okay, Linda, thanks. But then when I opened my first office, when I was out in San Antonio, I worked for a group called WellMed out there. We had electronic record system, but it was a dual system. So we would do electronic record, but then we would print and put it in a paper chart. So the real chart was the paper chart, but we had an electronic record system. So all of my charting and all of that and record keeping was done basically through the EHR, but we printed a copy off that went into the paper chart. So if anybody needed records, they always pulled the paper chart. And then when I opened my own office that I had for about 8 years, I had a great electronic record system that I operated off my laptop, and I used it in my exam rooms. It actually made me move very quickly from a record keeping standpoint. It was super duper great. That was the time that Obamacare had been passed, and what happened was one of the things that was happening was doctors and hospitals were forming these new groups called PHOs, because supposedly that was the wave of the future based on that law and here in the U.S. And so we joined a physician hospital organization through Tomball Hospital, and that's the hospital that Sue went to when she was here. So that hospital, we joined into that physician hospital organization, and then 4 months later, they were bought. The hospital was actually a community hospital, but it was private. It was bought out by HCA, Healthcare Corporation of America, whatever their name is. And they came in and they made a bunch of changes to my clinic, most of which was okay. But then what happened after that was they said, no, you can't use your own electronic record system. You have to use ours. And so they spent about 6 months trying to make their system work as well as mine did. And they never could. And they finally just said, well, we don't care. You're going to use ours. And I said, bye. And I gave them 90 days notice and left. And I went and joined the clinic that I'm in now. And they were on paper as a charting system. So one of the first things I did with them was I said, okay, I'm going to work with you to get you on electronic record system. It was a big jump. We spent a year doing it. It was an incredibly massive undertaking, taking a clinic, a big clinic that's all paper charts, and going into an electronic record system where you have to find a way to take all of that information, get all that data off of paper and onto an electronic system. We did it. But what was going on was, again, more healthcare law was coming in through the Obamacare Affordable Care Act. And what was happening is they were requiring us to collect more and more data from patients. And the provider of the electronic record system we were using, every 2 weeks, they'd have to go through a major update to continue to add more information. And actually, it was bulking the system up to where the system would begin to slow down, and then it would just go out. So we would have to just basically stop clinic for an hour, write things on paper, and then try to add them back in. Well, this went on, and they went through another major upgrade, and I was off on my once a year vacation that I like to do around my birthday. I came back from Thanksgiving weekend, and everybody was using paper, and they said, we got some bad news for you. While you were gone, we got so frustrated, we just turned them off, and they never went back. That was about 4 years ago. Now we're looking at maybe adopting another electronic record system. And quite frankly, it's just I mean, I'm for the team. I'm there to help them do whatever we can do. And if we can get that to work, that's fine. But, well, no system is perfect, Lindsay. If you discover problems with paper records, if you have paper records, there shouldn't be problems. If you have all the records, they're there. If the records are missing, that's a problem. But if you have electronic record system, then you have to worry about hacking. You have to worry about downtime, the internet going down if it's a cloud-based system. You have to worry about loss of data, hard drives fail. You have to worry about all of those things too. Okay. So there are pluses and minuses on both sides, paper versus electronic record system. Of course, in the future, they'll all be electronic. We know that the time is coming. Am I the only doctor at my office that practices? No, we have another doctor, Dr. McClendon. We have 3 nurse practitioners. They all begin with the letter J: Jennifer, Johanna, and Jill. Not my Jill, but a different Jill. And yeah, it's a mess, Linda, and a lot of even clinics that are using electronic record systems, we're learning some things about electronic health records that need to be fixed. Number one, if a clinic has an electronic health system, your doctor will spend more time interfacing with the electronic record system than they will interfacing with you. That's been proven. I want you to let that sink in. If we have a record system, electronic record system, it has been proven that the patient gets less time than the chart does, okay? So even if they're in with you, one of the things we can do is we can bring the interface system into the room with the patient, and then we can have an assistant kind of enter a lot of the data. That's a way to do it. But that's money. That costs money to do because you have to have a person that's hired just to do that. So we're adding on to the cost of healthcare. But when you talk about primary care medicine, which we haven't seen a significant increase in the payment to primary care physicians probably in 18 years, it just hasn't happened. So we're working off basically the same payout or the same amount of money per patient seen, per complexity of care visit, things like that today than we were about 15 years ago, maybe even longer. But you can be guaranteed that all of our costs have gone up. So we're getting crunched. We're in the middle on this. So how it's all going to turn out, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be a part of that. Maybe toward the end of my career when they do. But there you go. To see Maureen, I have to order 30 days at a time because I can't afford the 90 days, which I could. Social Security doesn't pay much. Well, Maureen, I've got your name on my list here. If I look back and you ordered Meta 7 for me from a few months for a while, I'm going to get you a mug, dear. Okay, is that fair? Is that fair? You tell me if you think that's fair. And if I call you dear and you don't like it, I apologize. It's just my way. I don't mean anything bad by it. And we got Linda. We're going to go over that. So if you sent me an email, let me see if I do have a new one in here. Let's see. Got your email. Like to order Sue mug, but you haven't tried Meta 7. Said I have to move by February, so I don't have a forwarding address yet. Happy New Year. Okay, I got it. All right, Kelly. Well, I sure understand. We got Chrissy. Okay, all right. So well, maybe by then we'll have another offer or another opportunity or something. Okay. So don't feel I don't want anybody to feel they're left out. Okay. So I just want to help. I want to help Sue. I know you guys, we're talking about a mug here. Okay. I want to, help out. Look how much the VA's paid to upgrade their electronic records. Yeah. I don't know what it's cost, but I know that we spent multiple billions of dollars to set up a website to allow people to log in and sign up for healthcare, which we needed, but it sure sounded to me like there was a lot of, grease and a lot of palms because it doesn't cost that much to operate a big website. Yeah, billions is ridiculous. It shouldn't have cost that. $5 billion here, $5 billion there for this website. It was like they were giving away billions of dollars. Seeker, slow transition to plant-based food. That's fine. Go at your speed. If you want to know what we think about that or what my mantra is there, the more fruits and vegetables you eat, the healthier you will be. End of story. The more you can cut out animal products and replace it with healthy fruits and vegetables, the healthier you will be. Okay? That's it. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. We were talking about milk earlier, and somebody had an article about how drinking milk from a cow is supposed to make a human being healthier. I challenge you to show me the data, not you individually, but whoever's done this data. I want you to answer the questions. Why is it that people that drink cow's milk are more likely to develop osteoporosis? I want you to answer for me why it is that young people that continue to drink cow's milk are more likely to develop type 1 diabetes, requiring them to be on insulin for the rest of their lives or until we can, substitute the beta cells some other way, right? Tell me why it is the more animal products you eat, the more likely you are to get diabetes, heart disease, stroke, blood clots, and develop multiple sclerosis, or to develop scleroderma, lupus, to have peripheral vascular disease, arterial disease, to develop liver cancer, to develop pulmonary problems. Tell me why it is when I quit eating animal products, I no longer needed to use an inhaler to carry on a conversation. Answer all those questions for me, and then throw on top of it, why is it the healthiest people, the longest lived people on the planet do not eat significant amounts of animal products? Answer all those questions for me. Whatever PhD out there is telling you that milk's good for you, drink more. If you can answer all those questions, then I'll jump on the milk bandwagon. But until then, it ain't happening. Why do some people call me Jackie? Well, because my name is John. My son's name is John. My first father-in-law's name is John. My middle child's youngest son is Sean, which is kind of like John. And I married Jill. And Jill got tired of saying John and getting a reply about Sean or John or which John it was, or Sean even, or it wasn't my, yeah. And then she looked at me and she said, okay, you're going to be Jack. And that was it. She changed my name. She took away my identity. It was okay. I'm happy to be Jack. Doesn't matter to me, as long as I'm the one she's calling, right? Lynn says she used to suffer badly with irritable bowel syndrome, and since changing to vegan, haven't had a problem. Lynn, everybody in the world needs to hear your story. I mean, that is so important. That's amazing. Deborah, hi. Because we aren't meant to eat animal products, they cause our bodies to attack itself. You're absolutely right. If you consume large amounts of animal protein, your body's immune system is going to begin to confuse the animal protein that you're consuming with your own proteins. Animals and animals and animals and animals. So the more that you keep throwing at it, the more it's going to become confused. If you put plant protein in your body, your immune system isn't going to make that mistake. But if you eat a lot of animal products, you are going to find that your immune system is going to figure out some way to mess you up. And it's more likely to happen to women than men, because women have a more robust immune system than do men. What does that mean? What am I trying to say? You have more chromosomal genetic material as a woman than I do as a man, because one of my chromosomes is defective. That is why I'm a man. In the absence of that second X chromosome, the default thing that happens is we turn into men. If you have the whole X chromosome number 2, if you're XX instead of XY, you have more genetic material. You have more immune immune genetic information. And as a result of that, you are more likely to get a foul up, right? Men are genetically weaker than women are. All right. So as a result, you're talking about a complex system that if you are a woman, you have more genetic information, you have more genetic tools to work with, you're a more complex system. And as a result, you're 80% versus 20% in the distribution of lupus. It's 80-20 for rheumatoid arthritis. It's 80-20 for Sjogren's syndrome. And we can go on and on and on. So there you go. Yes. And so I became Jack because she was Jill, and she's online, and she's just the darling wife to me. She's the DW, but I'll call her whatever she tells me to call her. Let's see. Over the holidays, your dear extended family made a few dishes to share, trying being vegan, kind of missed the mark with their understanding of vegan. It is a process. Jack and Jill Fittis, thank you very much. Jackie Wilson, you got it. Okay. Perfect couple. Thank you. Lindsay Tivy, laugh at men being defective. We are. Okay, so here's this. This will interest you, Lindsay. Let's see. I believe the number is somewhere around of 58% of births, live births, are male, and only 4% 42%. I'd have to look at the numbers. A lot more boys are born than girls are born. And then, in fact, a lot more male pregnancies occur than female pregnancies occur, but a lot more miscarriages happen to male babies than female babies. So we start out a lot more genetically, because we are inferior. We start out with more boys than girls at the time of conception. And then it begins to change. So as life progresses, if you make it through birth, we still have more boys than girls. But then somewhere, I'm not sure what the age is, where we break even, where we have the same number of men and women alive. It may be around 50. It may be somewhere in the middle there. And then what happens is more and more men start to die and women start to outlive men. And when you get to about age 80, that's way past the life expectancy of a man in the United States. Men live to be about 76, 75, 76, and women live to be about 82 now on average. So you have to start out with more men than women, and because women are going to live longer and should live healthier lives. But because of this one little problem of consuming lots of animal products, the immune system of a woman is more likely to develop an error, which will allow it to develop some kind of an immune response against some part of her body, whether it be the brain with multiple sclerosis, whether it be the lungs with as some kind of reactive airway disease, whether it's the digestive system with inflammatory bowel disease, such as Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, or an irritable bowel syndrome, which is all based on serotonin or emotion, or who knows what. We don't know a lot about IBS. We know that there are different kinds, or you're more likely to have other problems. So let's move on here. I don't want to miss too much. Yeah, just not late for supper, right? Let's see. Deborah, I want to invite you to make me a video. I would love to share your story. You have a marvelous Meta7 story. And let's see. So I'm going to invite you. I don't want to tell your story. I want you to tell your story. Would you tell your story? I'll share your story. I'm happy to. I would love for you to do a video with me. I'd love to share my Skype with you at some point. We could do it later today if you want, and log on, and you can tell us your story. I would love to share your story. It's marvelous how well you're doing with Meta7. Let's see. Not for me. Looks like it, Chrissy. She knows how to find this. Okay. Vice versa, I thought. Image retracted, don't know. I know we miscarry more. I thought it was because the body attacked the male fetus as a parasite. Well, that's a great little tidbit there. I'm not sure that that's not true. I'm not sure of that. It could be that we do know that boy babies are more likely to have a genetic problem than female babies are. Okay, so I do know that's true. I do know that the mother is more likely to reject the male baby than a female baby, and so we start out with we're pre-programmed. We have more XY sperm than XX sperm. So if you get pregnant, you are more likely to become pregnant initially with a boy than with a girl. And that is the way the world works, and that is science. And so Deborah's saying she miscarried all her boy babies. I'm sorry to hear that. Deborah could be our guest sometime. I think Deborah could be. Deborah, if you'd like, I think whatever you're comfortable with. If you want to come on and tell your story, we can. All you have to do is just Skype me, and then I can just make it live like we usually do. Would love to have you tell your story. I think it would be wonderful. So yeah, Deborah could be our guest. That would be a lot of fun. Robin's got to go. Take care. Happy New Year. Feel better. Thank you so much, Robin. It's always a pleasure to see your little Snoopy nose. Happy New Year. Hey, Terrell is here. Good to see you, bud. How are you? I hope all things are going well. Yeah, that's very interesting, Lindsay. I would be very interested as to if there is a reproductive gynecologist who has investigated why that seems to be going on. Sue's back. We co-opted I stole all the viewers and took them over here. I'm glad you're back, Sue. Do you want to go back live again? You tell me if you want to. If you're up and working and you want to go live again over on your channel, that's perfectly, totally fine. I have no problem with that. Oh, you had the flu. Well, I hope you're feeling better. Yeah. You know what's interesting? I'm having a lot of people come in lately with flu-like condition, with achy joints, fevers, low-grade fevers, chills, fatigue, and we're checking them for flu and we're checking them for strep, and we're coming up negative, negative, negative. But what's interesting is I've taken some of these patients and I've presumed flu, despite the lack of laboratory verification, and put them on the Tamiflu, and they are getting better. They get better fast. If they come in the first 2 days and they think they have the flu, and I run the flu test, but the flu test is negative, if I have already gone ahead and if I go ahead and put them on the Tamiflu, they seem to get well faster. So whatever this virus is that's going around out there is similar enough to the flu where the Tamiflu is apparently effective. How do you Skype me? I tell you what, why don't we, when we email me and I'll give you my Skype address. Deborah, can we do that? And then we can do it after we're done with this discussion. You want to do it now? Here we go. Yeah, okay. So let's do it. Let's do it when we finish with this discussion, because I would love to have your story and share it with everyone. So we can do that. So Sue, so far since you're here, I can tell you we've identified 4 so far that either just ordered Meta 7 90-day or recently ordered it, or they have been ordering the 30-day Meta 7 on a regular basis. So I've qualified all of them for a Sue Verhoeven mug. And so I've got 4 so far. And we have so anyway, if you the offer still stands. If you go on to meta7.com, meta-7.com right now, and you would like to have a free Sue Verhoeven Hello My Lovelies, or I forget what it says, Sue. It's got something really cool about her and her experience and her group. And so the cost in the United States of America in US dollars of having one of these mugs delivered, and I know this only because I just ordered one for myself, is $23.52. So if you would like one for free, if you go to meta-7.com right now and you order a 90-day supply of Meta 7 from me, and just put a little note that you want the free mug, I will order for you on your behalf. I will order one of these mugs from Sue. So Sue gets all the mug money. When the mug gets here, and we don't know if that's going to be 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks. It could be 3 months. We just don't know. We're hoping soon. She's hoping she's going to have delivery in a week from the time she orders. She's not sure how many to order yet, and I believe that's all. Yeah, have a fab day, my lovely, is what the mug says. So we know that once she puts the order in, it's only going to take a week, and she's going to order them, and then she's going to ship them out. So she's going to send them to me. As soon as I receive it, I will peel the label off it. So I'm going to ask Sue to send these to me individually. I'll pay for the shipping on these individually so that I get the packaging material, because I don't want to have to try to figure out how to repackage a ceramic mug. And then I will send it off to you. I'll just take the label off and put your label on and send it to you, and you'll get it, a few days after I do. So there you go. If you'd like that, what that is that puts me at just a slight loss on Meta 7 90-day bottle. So that's my gift to Sue and all of you who are supporting me and supporting my channels. And you maybe you've been looking for a reason to try Meta 7, and you support Sue. then I will help you support Sue by doing that. You think Bonnie has recently ordered too? Here's another thing. If you have recently, and I mean like in the last few weeks or so, if you have ordered Meta 7 90-day and you would like a free mug, let me know, and we'll take care of that. If you're asking me, Bonnie, do you have to use PayPal to order Meta 7? The answer is no. You can use a credit card. If you're having trouble getting a credit card to use, it's because I just got a notice from Amazon that I have to update something, so I'll take care of that in a few minutes. And we'll get, in fact, I'll sit here and, well, I'll do it in a few minutes, because it takes a moment to do. You do not have to use PayPal. You can use a credit card, Bonnie. So I'll get that sorted out in a moment. I just have to replace a card. I think I had a card on file or something that expired that we just need to replace. It's a long story, but it has to do with the fact that my oldest son, actually worked at my bank at a different branch, and they had to install some security features to the system to make sure that he could not access my banking information, nor I his, which was just about privacy. And as a result, we ended up with some issues that took months to sort out, and some of them still aren't sorted out, to be honest with you. But hopefully this all coming to a close. The DW had to deal with a lot of those things. But right now, I did get a notice from Amazon. I read it earlier. I have to go in and update a credit card. What they have to have is they have to have an active credit card on file with Amazon, because I use them as a payment service for Meta7.com. And if I don't have an active credit card on file, they will not take any more payments, because they have to have a credit card from me that allows them to charge something back to me if there's ever a problem or whatever. You know how that works. So anyway, cannot figure out how to change the phone number. Okay, Bonnie. So if you will give me a few minutes, I will get on to. I'm like, I better start making notes here. I gotta fix the Meta 7 site so that I can update it with that card for the Amazon Pay feature that will allow you to use Amazon payment system to make a credit card purchase, which from your standpoint, from what you're doing, you'll just log on and make a purchase using your credit card. Everything else is done in the background. But yeah, you can use PayPal if it works. If you don't have PayPal, then don't worry about it. Maureen loves our essentials. They don't mess with your stomach. Neither does the Meta 7. Yay! You paid through Amazon without an issue earlier. That's good. So it could have been after you did that, Chrissy. So didn't you just order recently though, Chrissy? Like in the last hour or two? Didn't you just order? I'm looking on here. All right. My goal is to make this as easy as possible. Okay, thanks. So it did go through. So if you're having trouble and you want this and you want me to do this for you, and you want one of these mugs and you want Sue to get the money, let me know you're doing it. I will work with you. Not a problem. I'm easy to get along with. Sometimes. I will help you. Don't worry. I'll help you get it taken care of. If I know that's what you're trying to do, I'm not going to say, oh, didn't make it by midnight. I'm not buying that mug. I'd like to buy about 20 mugs. That's my goal. How's that sound? I'm feeling a lot better. That second pain pill finally started working for me. I feel so much better. And this has been like amazing. I need to get the DW to come and reheat this for me. I have a microwave out here. I'm in the barn door. But I don't know if the settings are the same. Let's throw it in. Let's give it a try, right? Okay, got it in there. So it's heating up a little bit. I put it on for a minute and a half to give it a little bit of warming. All right, so we talked about a lot of things. We talked about a lot of whole food plant-based stuff. Sue lost her data connection, and it's still early in the UK So if Sue wants to reopen her chat, I will be more than on her channel. I'll be more than happy to bail out. I'm just here to help her. As far as I'm concerned, this is all yours, Sue, and I'm just here to help make sure that you. My goal is to see you continue to do what you're doing, because I think you're awesome. And I think I was blessed to be able to help you, and I want to see you continue to grow your channel and spread your enthusiasm and get that message out there, that same message that you and I share of whole food, plant-based eating that has made such tremendous benefit in our lives. Chrissy, what are my thoughts on weighted blankets? I think that this is kind of a new idea. I haven't seen a lot of data about it, so I really can't give you a medical or a doctor kind of opinion. As a non-doctor opinion is, I think it's really interesting, but I think it's going to be more of a fad than anything else. But that doesn't mean that's going to be so. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, this is really definitely that worked. That warmed me up just perfectly. Cindy Dotson, you ordered Meta 7 last week. Did you get a 90 or a 30, Cindy? I'll look it up. Cindy Dotson, I'm adding you to my list with the assumption. There we go. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, yep, Cindy, you will be on the list. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives me 5 with one more person working. We're almost at a half dozen, Sue. So there you go. One more to go and we'll have a half. Well, actually, I already ordered one, so that is a half dozen, right? That's pretty good. So Seeker is working on starting today to go plant-based. I'm glad you're starting now as opposed to waiting to the new year. So I meant to tell you guys that in my clinic, a number of the staff have gotten together and decided they wanted to start the new year by doing a cleanse. I'm not sure if we're starting the cleanse tomorrow, which tomorrow's the 31st, or if they're going to wait until January the 2nd, which would be Wednesday. But either way, they talked me into joining and doing this cleanse. It's a 3-day cleanse. Each day you drink 4 bottles of this cleanse product and then all the water you want. There's no food. I think this is all like a natural herbal thing. I don't think this is there's any calories to be had. So it's like a 3-day cleanse / fast. So I've agreed to do that. And I'm looking forward to see how I feel during that. But following that up, I may do a regular fast as well. And if so, I will be sure to update you guys to let you know. One of the things that I've wanted to do was see my weight get down to that 185 mark. And if I'm going to start off and do a 3-day not juice, but a 3-day herbal cleanse, and may follow that up with a fast and see if I can get down to under 190. I've been sort of stuck at 199, 198 for a while. So you're going to do a cleanse too. Is colonic irrigation good or bad for our body? I think if colonic irrigation is done properly, in other words, if you spend the real money where they do they use a solution that is balanced with electrolytes, that it is probably neutral. It's probably neither good nor bad. But if you do not use the right solution, a colonic irrigation can be dangerous. Chrissy, supposed to benefit those with depression, anxiety, insomnia, and other, like I said, I'm not saying no, but I would like to see the information about them. I do know that when thunder and lightning are occurring, if we take and we swaddle the puppy dog, if we swaddle Charlie, then she's less likely to be irritated by the thunder. So maybe there is some kind of something to being, you know, a warm, blanket around you or something like that. I could do raw food after. That's an interesting idea, Sue. Good. Good, 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 good. I think I'm talked out unless you guys have new questions. So Sue, you're up and running. You could take over the discussion. Right? So you're good with that? I think. Don't like downtime. I could. Will you join? Of course I will. I'll join. I don't need to be done. Wow, Tracy, you're emptying your fridge of dairy tomorrow. Quick question. Oh, Teresa, that is really very interesting. You said, if you all read that, she says that her son has high-level autism and that wrapping a blanket around him really helps with anxiety. Very interesting. Tracy Cook, eggs are not dairy; they're eggs. Dairy is considered basically anything that comes from milk or milk. Any milk products would be considered dairy. Is my Skype open? Ooh, it's here. If it wasn't, it is now. I don't. It may not have been on. Okay, I may have. I think when we lost you, I think I clicked it. I may have clicked it actually off instead of down. So let's see, Dr. G, have you tried to do the inverted table for my spine? Yes. Yes. Oh, there you are. You're back. I see you now. Yay! Yay! Okay. Yes. Do you want to host?
Oh, there you are. You're back. I see you now. Yay! Yeah. Yay! I'm not sure how to add you. Want to host? I can host, or we can joint host, or whatever you like.
Well, so either way, I have to end this. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to end this discussion because the feedback problem, and then we're going to let Sue start up a chat. So invite all of you over there. Okay. So see you over there, guys.
Okie doke.